Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of The Surfer's Journey. In today's episode, I'm going to have a look at why having a fish is the secret that you need to have small wave surfing success. And guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe now so you can stay up to date with all my latest videos and tutorials. And remember, you can also follow us on Instagram. But for now, let's get into today's lesson of the week. Many surfers struggle to surf in small waves, and a big part of that might come from their surfboard selection. Boards that have too much rocker, are too thin, too narrow, and don't have enough volume will go horribly in small waves. So you need to have the right board for these conditions.
The first and most important benefit of having a small wave board like this is that the paddling ability that you have is far better to that of a high performance shortboard. That's because these boards are wider and they have more foam under the chest area, which makes paddling really easy. Despite the fact that this board is a 5'2" and I'm almost 5'8", I have no worries paddling this board and catching the waves that I want to catch. The next benefit is that this board allows you to do turns on sections like this. You can see very fat, very weak, but that board will still glide over those fat sections, and it allows me to generate speed with ease. And that's the key benefit to having a fish. They're designed to help you generate speed as easy as possible. And for the beginner to intermediate surfer, it's a perfect choice. And in addition to both of those things, they still allow you to do high performance surfing when you get the right section. Now, the reason that I've chosen to use the footage from this session is that this day, despite the waves not being tiny, they were really weak and really fat. But it demonstrates that this board generates speed with ease and allows you to turn and maintain your speed on those fat sections. And that's where other boards fall down. Even small wave performance boards would struggle on a fat, slow day like this. Now obviously there are many different fishes out there and they all have slightly different designs and different construction types, but one thing to consider is going for an epoxy or EPS type construction. The reason why that might be a good choice for small wave days is that they tend to have a little bit more flex, which means the surfer gets more feedback, and that can be really nice in waves like this where you're really lacking the feedback from the wave. In waves like this, these boards are the key choice. If I tried to surf out here on my high performance shortboard, while some of the waves would have let me, no worries, but for the majority of this session I would have been struggling. Let's have a look at another surf session now from point of view so that I can further demonstrate why a fish is a great choice for those small mushy days. Now as you can see, this wave is actually really deceiving because it looks like it was a really fun, punchy day. But in fact, rocking up to the surf this day, I was really concerned that I was going to have a shocking session. This session was so much fun. Other surfers out there on high performance shortboards or boards with not enough volume or with too much rocker or too narrow, they would really struggle. But as you can see, I had no problems generating the speed that I wanted to, doing the turns that I wanted to. And in addition to that, you can see it's easy to slide the tail on this board. Like I said, because of the EPS material, it sits on the surface just a little bit more. Now some people don't agree with that fact, but once you've surfed an EPS compared to a PU, you'll understand the feeling. And because of that, you're able to slide the tail on sections that you wouldn't normally be able to. Put simply, the message I'm trying to get across here is that a fish is a great choice for small waves. When the waves are fat, slow and weak, a fish, maybe even an EPS, will allow you to generate the speed you want. It will allow you to slide the tail and have fun in waves that normally you might struggle in. And I'm certainly not advocating that the particular board that I'm surfing on in these clips is the only board for you. There's a whole range of different fishes from a whole range of different shapers. You just have to find the right one for your surfing and your skill level. But let's talk a little bit more about how to find the perfect fish for you. Recently I helped one of the Surfers Journey surfers find a board for them, and I'm going to share the same conversation with you guys. It all starts with working backwards. You've got to think, where am I starting from? And what kind of surfing do I want to do? And what are the kind of waves I'm going to be surfing? From that point, you can consider that you need to have additional volume for your fish. You want to have more leaderage in that board because it's going to give it more float and more buoyancy, which is going to help with generating speed, and it's also going to help with paddle power. The next thing to do is to do your research. Have a look at the different shapers and the different models that they have that fit into that fish or that fun performance category. Have a look at which ones you like the look of and which ones are going to suit your surfing. And if you have any doubts, remember you can always message the shapers themselves.
Guys, thanks for watching the video today. I hope that now you can see that why having a fish is so beneficial for those small wave days. And if you've been struggling in small waves, maybe it's because of your board choice. And I'll definitely recommend you consider buying a fish or a hybrid fish and see how you go then. Remember to like the video and comment below to let me know what other videos you'd like to see. Thanks guys, catch you in the water.
The Surfer's Journey now has a range of apparel available, from beanies to t-shirts to hats and coffee cups. For more information on how you can place your order, email thesurfersjourney@gmail.com.